Hi, my name's Brad on Route 1. Hope you guys are doing okay. And I really wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind so many years. It's crossed my mind actually. So many years to count. And it is game collecting, and is it considered an actual healthy hobby for people? Or, is it quite damaging to people's mental health? Because I saw a video by a woman named Orbanology. Her name's Emily, lovely woman, and she talks about the Switch 2 and the Switch games and putting limits on games, and seems very, like this big grandeur of a situation. I'm not shitting on Emily from Orbanology, by the way. I think she's a very lovely woman. I love the content. And I do love game collecting and videos in general. You got Retro Getter from the UK. I can't remember the name. There's this couple that goes around game conventions in America and picks up games. They're quite funny to watch. And then you've got massive YouTubers like beat 'em ups who have these big collections behind them. So not to put Emily from Orbanology, because she mentions something that what I've been thinking about, and it is game collecting and curating games. And from one of my past videos where I'm starting my Switch 2 collection, in the following up video, I got a lot of my PS2 games back from my grandmother's house, which I had since I was very, very young, or I started game collecting very young, teenager time, or early 20s. And I've never played them, any of these games that I have, a lot of them game collecting. Some I do, some I don't, but a lot of them get lost in the void of the backlog and being hyped up for other games and multiplayer games, achievement hunting, trophy hunting, the list goes on. And I always wondered, for me personally, if it is a healthy thing for me to do, or at least be very limiting to my game collecting, because I have quite a obsessive personality where I get really obsessed with something, I get bored of it, then move on to the next thing. Same with like jobs and hobbies, like I'll get bored, learn something, get bored when I know how to do it, move on to the next thing, blah blah blah. And it's just, I do see it sometimes in people where like game collecting for them is a true joy, and it brings value to them. But I always wonder, for me personally, is there something more that I can be doing, prioritizing my life more, going out more, seeing the world more, rather than playing games all the time? Because at the end of the day, a lot of them are just digital worlds to lose yourself in. And for me personally, I don't think it is healthy for me per se. And game collecting for me needs to be very strict, and I really need to buy the game and play the game and physically limit myself to playing that game. I hope I'm making sense here. Rather than like, I'll play a bit of a game, move on to the next game, buy another game, move on to the next game, so forth, and then I just accumulate all these things that I'm never going to touch, never going to play. I have the memories in my head of playing these games. Like, why do I really need to have these big collections of things for what I want to do moving forward anyway? And I am still going to collect for the Switch and play games, and there's a console that I've been falling in love with as well. And I fall in love with a lot of consoles, but one in particular that's really helped with me deciding what I really want to do with video games. So I won't say what video I'm making, but behind me, where you see all those games down there, is that my hand going in the right place? I'm going to be probably getting rid of all of them. Those ones up there are going as well. Final Fantasy Collection, staying, I think. But yeah, and there's loads of games, those are the ones I'm definitely getting rid of. Like, they're in, like, I'm getting rid of pile, definitely. Because they are from my childhood, they do mean a bit to me. But it's just too many things, too much stuff. I should be really focusing on benefiting myself as the best way I can possible. Where it be like, I really want to read more books or do other things. I suppose I would say I suppose you could say I'm becoming a bit of a minimalist, but I don't like minimalism as a whole. But minimalism in certain aspects of my life, because it's just healthier for me, if that makes sense. It's a bit like when PewDiePie did a video where he called everything a bowl.
My laptop has a keyboard. That means I have 2 keyboards. I cannot have 2 keyboards. Gone! Bowl!
And, you know, why do you need these things? Why do I just need collecting these things? It's just bowls. Why do I need a camera when I have a phone? Why do, you know, it's just, we're all kind of, I feel like we all get a bit lost in the world of content, in this bubble of game collecting. You see all these people collecting games and you think, oh, I want to do that and be part of that community, which is fine. But I think it can really easily clip onto being very unhealthy. And a lot of these game collectors never mention it. And I would hope I'm wrong, but with Emily from Orbanology, she just seems a bit like she doesn't know what to do with a collection. She seems really discontent of things. I don't know why. I hope I'm completely wrong, but yeah, with her game collecting, it just seemed like it was really overwhelming her. And for me, I think it would as well. It'd be cool to have all those things, don't get me wrong. But yeah, for my mind be like, oh, I need the next thing, the next thing. Oh, what should I do for my collection? I need to create my collection, but I don't want to go too much or too little, or, you know, it could go on and be really unhealthy. And I do think we all get kind of sucked into these hobbies or passions, and just, it's not truly healthy, even though it seems it, because we're doing something that we love, reconnecting with our childhood, or new memories, etc. But it's not for everyone, and it's definitely not for me. I wonder what you guys think of this. Do you have a similar situation? Do you feel the same way about your collection? Are you truly happy game collecting and doing it? You know, is it joy, or do you feel like you're in this bubble, or you can't get out, or are you just doing it for joy because there's nothing else to really do? Because the world is not exactly the biggest joy sometimes. But I feel like that's another thing we all fall victim of, is these internet bubbles of how we perceive the world, of the world is miserable, this is going on in my country, that's horrible over there in that country. I'm going very off topic now, but you know, we all get sucked into these like bubbles and mentalities of just, well, the world isn't happy, so I'll just stay in my room and collect video games all day kind of situation. Never see anyone talk about the mental health and collecting games, and you know, it's always the joy, you know, it's going out getting the pickups, it's going to CX, it's going to these big rooms of mates and have these massive cool game collections of Xbox and Nintendo display stands. It's like, I would love one of them, but then I'm like, why would I need one? You know what I mean? But yeah, I just wanted to talk about mental health in terms of collecting. Probably my mental health is not good when it comes to game collecting. And if you do feel the same way as me, maybe some do, I wouldn't like to think you do, like what you do you enjoy. You know, just really look at your collection thinking, do I really need this? Does this bring me joy? Will I play that game? Taking up all that space in my room. Why? Should I go digital only, physical, etc.? What is best for you as a person? Not what you feel like you need to do to, you know, to be part of that group or people or whatever, community. That's the word I'm looking for. Because I was quite a digital person in my 20s, when the Xbox, mid-20s, when the Xbox One came out, I believe, because I had no space, so I just bought digitally. And I still had a lot of my PS2 and PS1 and stuff, but they were all in boxes and I never touched them. And yeah, I went slowly become more physical because a lot of the content or the game is fully on that, which I completely get why people would want that to be part of the collection, which is kind of what I'm doing, is getting game carts and stuff that are fully on the cart or best fit my lifestyle, which I'm moving around a lot more to do work, and taking like a handheld with me everywhere I go to play my games, or playing only in my spare time, because a lot of it I was taking up away from people in my life as well to play games, and coaxing along and just sitting in my room playing games all day, when really I could be like with my family or with my friends or my girlfriend, etc. going on. And I put them on the back burner just to play my games. I was being very silly, very childish, and very naive. It's not healthy. It's just not healthy for me. But yeah, I won't go on too much about that. But yeah, do you think game collecting is healthy? Do you collect for the hobby of the community? Do you collect for your own personal collection? Do you have a creative collection? Do you have issues with collecting yourself? Is it healthy? Do you find it healthy? Are you trying to get out of it? There's lots of questions you can only answer if you truly ask yourself. I did. So, just wanted to bring a bit more of awareness, because no one really talks about these things. But yeah, my name's Brad on Route 1. Hope you liked the video, and I'll see you soon with another video. Peace. Bye bye.